Hi everyone. The second module of communication and presentation skills is dedicated to body language. Non-verbal communication is the natural counterpart of verbal communication. Non-verbal communication without words refers to all the resources beyond what you say that contribute to the meaning of the message. This is also known as body language. The study of body movement, including facial expressions, eye contact, and gestures, is called kinesics. The specific study of eyes as a source of communication is called oculesics. It has been established through research that if there is a difference between what you say and how you look when you say it, most listeners will believe the non-verbal actions over the verbal ones. People who can read others' non-verbal actions better are known to be perceptive or intuitive. Now there are a few heads under which we would discuss body language, like personal space. Everybody has a personal space which one wants to be respected. It's like a portable air bubble which one carries around, and its size depends on the density of population in which one grew up and one's culture. If one is brought up in a thickly populated area, one would have no problem standing close to strangers or the opposite sex. Also, it is believed that some cultures like the Japanese, Chinese and Indians have a smaller air bubble as compared to the cultures of the West. This personal space can be described as the following zone distances. 1 is the intimate zone. This is a zone of 6 to 18 inches and can be intruded only by those who are emotionally close to a person, like parents, spouse, and children. Personal zone is between 18 and 48 inches and is the distance we stand from others at social gatherings and official parties. Social zone. This zone ranges from 4 to 12 feet and is the distance maintained from strangers. Public zone. This zone extends from 3.6 meters to 12 feet and is the distance we choose to stand when addressing a large group of people. Let us now talk about face, eye, and limb gestures. The first thing to understand is palm gestures. Open palm depicts honesty and openness. Palm up position means one is submissive, not threatening, and it is a polite gesture too. Palm down position is to show immediate authority. Palm closed into fist with a finger pointing is aggressive gesture. Talking of handshakes, palm up handshake is to take control and it is a dominant gesture. Palm down handshake is giving control and is a submissive gesture. Vertical palm handshake is a neutral gesture. Glove handshake or politician's handshake is trying to give impression of trustworthiness and honesty, and it may have reverse effect if tried with strangers. A dead fish handshake depicts weak character and someone who is not confident. Knuckle grinder is an aggressive, tough guy. Double-handed handshake is to show sincerity, trust, or depth of feeling towards the receiver. Elbow grasp transmits more feeling than wrist grasp. Shoulder hold transmits more feeling than upper arm grip. This is an invasion of the close, intimate zone of a person and should be done only if the extra feeling is mutual. Let us now talk about hand gestures. Rubbing the palms together indicates excitement, anxiety, and expectation. Hands clenched together in front of the face would mean frustration or holding back a negative attitude up to the maximum. Hands clenched and resting on the desk depict the same thing but to a lesser degree. And hands clenched in front while standing or on the lap while sitting depicts it to the least degree. With some action taken, the person will no longer be hostile. So if you can read it properly, you can address the problem. Steepling hands A raised steeple depicts confidence, the know-it-all attitude, and it is used when giving instructions or advice to subordinates or juniors. A lowered steeple means one is listening, not speaking. One palm gripping the other hand behind the back indicates superiority, confidence, and fearlessness. If this position is taken in high stress situation, one may feel relaxed and confident. Hand gripping wrist is a signal of frustration and an attempt at self-control. And the hand gripping elbow at the back means the person has become more angry and intolerant. Now there are certain thumb displays also. Thumb displays basically are used to display dominance, superiority, and aggression. Thumbs protruding from pockets indicate dominant attitude. Arms folded with thumbs pointed upwards indicate defensive or negative, plus a superiority attitude. Pointing at another person with thumb indicates ridicule and disrespect. There are also certain hand-to-face gestures that you need to know about. Mouth guard, which is when the hand covers the mouth while the thumb is pressed against the cheek while speaking, indicates that the person is lying. While listening, the listener thinks the speaker is lying. Nose touch is the sophisticated version of the same. The eye rub, this gesture is used when someone is lying through the teeth. And the ear rub indicates that the listener doesn't want to hear anymore. Neck scratch indicates doubt or uncertainty. And a collar pull indicates angry and frustrated feelings or even lying. Finger in the mouth or pen in mouth indicates that there is a need for reassurance and a person is not sure about what you've just said. The ability to accurately interpret hand-to-face gestures in a given set of circumstances takes considerable time and observation to acquire, but a gesture may have multiple meanings. The real skill of interpretation is the ability to pick which of the meanings is the correct one. This can be done best by interpreting the preceding gestures and interpreting it in context. Let us now talk about cheek and chin gestures. When the head is fully supported by the hand, it indicates boredom. Closed hands resting on the cheek with index finger pointing upwards indicates that a person is evaluating what you're proposing. Chin stroking also is indicative of evaluation and making a decision. Pain in the neck is a gesture of lying. Talking of arm barriers, the standard arm cross gesture indicates a defensive mood or disagreement. Full arm cross gesture with clenched fists indicates that a person is hostile as well as defensive. Arm cross with hands tightly gripping the upper arms indicates negative, restrained attitude. Holding hands with oneself or partial arm barrier indicates nervousness and lack of self-confidence. Also, there are certain leg barriers like leg cross, which is indicative of defensiveness, like arm cross, disagreement, and negativity. Keeping these things in mind, you will be able to read other people's body language better, and this will also help you in making better decisions. Thank you.